When I was 5 years old, I was playing alone near the road when suddenly, a bus full of kids stopped next to me. A tall man with a bushy beard came down. He knelt down next to me.
Where are you off to, little missy? Would you like an ice cream?
Do you have blueberry popsicle and orange icy creams?
Oh yes, I have those. I have everything.
But I don't have money. I'll get it from Mama.
It's for free. Just come with me, princess.
Free? Why? Are you trying to kidnap me?
Suddenly, he tried to grab my hand and pull me towards his truck. I was terrified.
Let go! I don't want to go with you!
Get away from my girl, you monster! Mama rushed forward and grabbed me while the man turned and ran away.
Mama, how did you know I was here?
I saw the monster's face through my baby's eyes.
My eyes? How?
See, mi amor? Mama sees everything you see. She's got the doctor to put a special camera behind your eye so she can always come help her baby. My eyes widened in shock as she carried me home. Mama was the coolest, or so I thought. Hi, my name is Isabella, and I'm a Tico. That means I'm from Costa Rica. I was born in one of its smallest villages. When I was 7, I found a book outside the village doctor's house one day. It was full of lovely pictures. I took it to Mama and asked her to help me read it. Mama snatched the book from me and threw it into the fire. Then she said if she ever saw me reading, she'd make me do all the house chores, alone. Fine, I'd just do it where she couldn't see me. The next day, I snuck out to the village doctor and said,
If you teach me how to read, I'll make sure no one bullies your kids for being snobby brats.
But before he could even say a word, Mama showed up. I told you, I know everything. Whenever you try to disobey me, I will make you regret it. It was obvious she could see whatever I did, all the time. But what if I did it in the dark so she couldn't see? So every night after everyone went to bed, I would light the tiniest candle in the house and teach myself to read some words. By the time I was 15, I was sure I wanted to go to school in the city. But Mama obviously decided it was time for me to get married. You're lucky he agreed to marry you because, darling, you're ugly. But the day before the wedding, the volcano close to our village erupted. Within hours, we had to leave everything behind and run to San Jose to our Uncle Pablo. On our way, someone told us that my groom had run away with another girl, with all the dowry my parents had given him. When we reached his house, Uncle Pablo immediately pulled Papi to his study, while his daughters, Daphne and Carla, rushed out to see me. Just as I was about to say hello, Carla slapped Daphne and came to me. I jumped back, scared she was going to hurt me.
Oh, don't worry. We had a bet. If you're pretty, she would slap me. And if you're ugly, I would slap her.
And yeah, I slapped her hard. You are ugly. Then Daphne came and gave me a quick kiss on my nose. What was happening? Aren't you a little cutie? But you look innocent. How can I get you a boyfriend then?
A what? What's a boyfriend?
It's a guy whose life you'll ruin.
I don't want to ruin anyone's life. I don't want a boyfriend.
Well, too late. I've already made my decision. They both burst into laughter at the exact same time. Suddenly they stopped laughing and glared angrily at each other. Ooh, sisterly drama. It turned out that Carla had stolen Daphne's boyfriend last year, and they'd not spoken to each other properly since. Then their mama said one of them had to share her room with me. Immediately, Daphne grabbed my arm and pulled me to her room. I'll take good care of her, Mama. Then she said loudly so her sister could hear, I need someone to take my revenge from this witch so-called sister. Once inside, I put my pillow on the floor and was about to sleep. But Daphne insisted I sleep on the bed. But I can't sleep on your bed. Mom will get mad. She put a little camera behind my eyes and she can see everything. Are you crazy or something? What camera? Just sleep on the stupid bed, you stupid village girl. Wait, Mom was lying about the camera thing all this time? And I believed her. I felt so dumb. In the middle of the night, I woke up to a strange sound. I sneaked a peek and almost passed out. There was a guy in the room, and he was kissing Daphne. Just then the door flew open and Carla charged at them. You little backstabbing, good-for-nothing witch! You're making out with my boyfriend! What kind of a sister does that? I'm just giving you a taste of your medicine. Remember when you stole my boyfriend? Besides, I thought he should date the prettier twin. Prettier? You're literally a copy of me.
There's two of you? What's going on? Which one of you is my girlfriend?
I am. No, me! Suddenly they were both pulling the poor boy and trying to kiss him. One of them threw a shoe which came flying at me. Ow! Keep me out of your drama, you psycho Humpty Dumpty! All three of them turned to me. The boy's eyes met mine, and my heart started beating like crazy. He pushed them both off him and stepped towards me. The twins looked from him to me and were immediately one team again. Get out of here! They pushed the boy out of the window and high-fived each other for getting their fight. But the next second, Daphne spat on Carla's face. I hate you. Don't think we're friends just because we both hate this cow. The next morning, I ran downstairs and found Mama crying. She said that since we were poor, we would have to work as their servants. Carla pinched me. You hear that? From now on, you're our maid, Cinderbella. Just then, Poppy spoke up and said that Uncle Pablo had generously decided I would start school with Humpty Dumpty. What? As soon as we got to school, the twins turned on me. Listen here, loser. Don't you dare tell anyone you're related to us. Yeah, and don't forget, you're still our maid. Then each one went with a boy, like a different boy from yesterday. As soon as I sat in class, I noticed everyone was staring at me, especially the boys. One of them instantly asked for my number. When the teacher came, she spotted me as the new kid immediately and asked about my previous school. I gulped, suddenly nervous. I learned to read and to write. She's lying. She's never been to school. She's our maid. No, that's not true. I mean, it's true I am their maid, and I've never been to school, but... Never been to school? I can't believe they put you in 9th grade. You should be in 1st grade. And within the hour, I was sitting amongst itty-bitty 1st graders. As soon as the teacher would turn to the board, someone would pinch me or pull my hair or throw spitballs. If you were in the village, I'd have you all running to your mamas and puppies. A small mousy girl, Mindy, threw a paper ball straight at my face. Yeah, but you're not in the village now, are you, you Dumbo? Oh, how I wish I could fight these rich brats. A few days later, the principal came to our class and found me sleeping. You made a huge mistake by putting me in the 1st grade. Just let me take some tests and you'll see. Finally, she agreed. Then the principal took me to the 9th grade. This girl here is a true genius. She's smarter than all of you without ever going to school. The guy who asked my number winked at me. Beauty with brains? Me likey. Maybe you can help me study privately. I grinned as I caught the look on the twins' faces. They looked like they'd smelt dirty diapers. At lunch, a group of kids gathered around me. One of them said he'd pay me $100 if I tutored him. Another yelled, My family is 10 times richer. I'll pay you $500. Before the end of the week, I was the official school tutor. Obviously, this meant I was one of the most popular kids at school. And best of all, money was rolling in. My parents also got extra jobs at a fancy restaurant, too. One day after school, a woman stopped me and said she'd give me $100 an hour if I helped her kid with math. A little later, I was at her home, waiting to meet her little angel. It turned out to be Mindy, the 1st grade bully. The minute she saw me, she ran out screaming, I'm not studying with this ugly village cow! No amount of money was worth teaching this brat. Just as I was leaving, someone called me. It was the boy from the twins' room. He looked just as shocked to see me. Well, say something. What? Oh, hi. I'm Juan, and you're beautiful. You are the evil twins' shared boyfriend. Ugh, don't even remind me of those psychos. They both still show up here and peek in through my curtains sometimes at night. I'm Bella, their cousin. Bella, I know this might sound a bit much, but ever since I've seen you, I can't stop thinking about you. Would you like to go on a date with me? I would, but I can't deal with the twins' drama right now. I just want to study and save up for college. They'll never know. No one will, till you want them to. I really wanted to date him, so I said yes. In a minute, he was with me and kissed me intensely. Suddenly, someone started banging on the door. I see him. He's kissing someone. I can't see her face. Open up, Juan. We just want to talk to that witch. Juan helped me escape his house through the backyard while he held them off. I ran home to find the twins were there before me, and they looked pissed. Why are you grinning like you've got a hanger stuck on your mouth, moron? Why do you look like you're about to die? She threw a shoe at me while I ran upstairs. The next few months were amazing. Juan and I snuck around whenever we could. All the while, the crazy twins were hot on our tail. Once he came to the house, and just as he leaned in to kiss me, the twins appeared. I ended up pushing him into one of the bushes. Another time, I decided to wear a wig and huge glasses to one of our dates, and the next day, wanted posters were up all over the school. But it all came crashing down soon enough. One day, Juan surprised me by taking me to a very fancy restaurant. To my horror, it was the same place Mom and Dad had started working at. But thankfully, they acted like they didn't know me. But then out of nowhere, the twins showed up. Juan, babe, you want to meet your in-laws? Shut up, Daphne. What my parents do is none of your business. Yeah, but it's Juan's business, you gold digger. Babe, that's her parents. And she's our maid. Well, guess what? I knew all that. I don't care. I love her exactly as she is. She's so much better than you bimbos. Mom and Dad heard the commotion and came to us, and Carla started making fun of them and their clothes. That's when I really lost it. I'm so tired of you two. Ever since we've come here, all you've done is act like you're much better than us, just because you're born in the city. But that doesn't make anyone better. It's kindness and generosity that makes people better and worthy of love. And all you've been till now is mean and cruel. If that's what city people do, I'm so glad I was born in the village. Suddenly, everyone around me started clapping. Some kid from the table next to us threw a poached egg at the sisters, who screamed and ran away. That evening, I went to Mom and Dad's room and said I had saved enough money to move out. With your income and my tuition, we can totally leave this hell. The day after we moved, I was shocked to find out someone had put up a video of my little rant, and it was going viral. Everyone said I was brave and smart, while the twins were just awful bullies. They even got suspended from the school for a month, and they were banned from the prom. But I quit that place anyway and joined Juan's school. Life eventually turned normal. Best of all, not only did Mom and Dad join my classes to study, they became my best students.
Hi, I'm Edith from Ohio. Yeah, I know I sound like an 80-year-old woman. My dad was very close to his great-grandmother, and he insisted that his first child would be named after her. Unfortunately, that's me. Also, as you can see, I'm in a wheelchair. I had a spinal injury when I was little, and I don't even remember what it's like to walk. So, if you want to feel bad for me, it should only be because of my name. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. After me came my sisters, Louisa, Isabel, and Celine. Their names are pretty because Mom chose them. We lived in a kind of poor household in a small town with parents who were galaxies apart. My dad was a neuroscientist who lived in our basement. He was convinced he was onto some groundbreaking research that would win him the Nobel Prize. But every year, his research got rejected. It had almost become a metaphor in our town.
It'll rain today, I'm sure of it. As sure as Mr. Arnstein getting rejected again.
My son has failed 10th grade again.
He's really pulling a Mr. Arnstein on us.
Those comments made me so mad. No one was as smart or hardworking as my dad. Mom, on the other hand, was pretty and vain. She never met a reflective surface she didn't like. All she'd ever wanted was a fancy life, so she reminded Dad of his failures every day. When I met you, you made me believe you were freaking Einstein. I thought we'd be rich by now. Can't you discover gravity or something already? Like really, how hard is it? I might figure out all the mysteries of the universe before I understand why I asked you to marry me. I was such a fool the day I said yes. Not much has changed since. Mom unhappily ran a small flower shop to make ends meet. As the eldest, I wanted to make things easier for both my parents. I was a model student, and I tried helping out at home by making my sisters responsible. It worked when they were younger, but they were growing up to be useless. Especially my second sister, Louisa, who was a lot like Mom. She was pretty, but apparently her nose wasn't rich-looking enough. What does that even mean, girl? I've got this flat button nose, and rich people have cute upturned noses. Okay, gotcha. They look like they can smell cow dung all the time. Exactly. She would sleep with a clothespin on her nose, hoping it would turn upwards. She'd also poke her cheek with a pencil while doing her homework, thinking if she did that every day, she might get a cute dimple. Such a moron. The other two weren't much better. Isabel wanted to be a dancer, and I've never met anyone so uncoordinated. Celine was also super untalented, but she kept trying new things all the time, hoping to find her true calling soon. No one prayed harder than me that it would be really soon. Luckily, I'd inherited Dad's brains, and in the 11th grade, I got a scholarship into a private school that would open up great opportunities for college.
You've always been my favorite for a reason, darling. I know you'll do amazing things one day.
I know you will too, Dad. I was really excited to start school until disaster struck, and my crazy family was to blame entirely for it. A week before, Mom came home really excited one day because she'd received a huge order for flowers at a rich client's house, and the minute my sisters heard that, they were dying to go with Mom to help her. Dad was out of town, and I'd just settled in for a peaceful evening by myself when I got a frantic call from Isabel. Edith, I'm at the police station. Mom and Louisa are going to jail. What? What do you mean they're going to jail? Louisa stole a necklace from the rich lady's room and got caught. Mom begged and cried, but the lady called the police. Please, you have to go talk to her. Louisa was such a pain. Isabel sent me the lady's location pin, and I took the the bus to this massive mansion. I was asked to wait in the main hall, and I just couldn't resist taking a spin on the marble floors. But suddenly, I lost control of my wheelchair and went crashing into a center table, which sent a huge fishbowl to the ground, which made the servants running in slip on the water and land on their butts. Oopsie daisy. Soon, I was in the library, facing the snooty owner and her carbon copy snooty daughter. Who are you, and what are you doing in my house? Again, so sorry for the damage. I'd love to repay you, but my parents are poor, so I can't. Speaking of parents, actually, my mom is the flower lady who came here today, and the girl who took something from you is my, sister. What? You're related to those thieves? Louisa's mentally unstable, I swear. And some days, she just refuses to take her meds. Please, please don't send them to jail. What will I do without my mom, given my condition? This is very distressing, and the doctors have told me stress is really bad for me. The lady didn't look happy, but she called the police station and asked for Mom and Louisa to be released. I thanked them profusely, and just as I was leaving, I ran into a school bag lying on the floor, knocking over its contents. Do you even know how to use that thing? You should take driving classes or something. I apologized and left, but I was horrified. This girl was going to the same school I'd just gotten into. How has my life suddenly become so complicated? Oh, I'll tell ya. It's because Miss Kleptomaniac here decided to steal, and I had to save her greedy butt. And now I have to go to school with this snooty girl who thinks I'm from a family of thieves. Oh, what a great start.
Edith, are you done with this useless family meeting? Louisa and I have had a very tough day, and we need our beauty sleep. Maybe the girl won't remember who you are. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, right. In fact, as luck would have it, that girl and I were in the same class. Her name was Haley, and the minute she saw me, her face went from shock to a wide grin. Uh-oh. And soon, Haley became my arch nemesis. Apparently, she was the smartest kid in class till I turned up. She was also beautiful and wealthy, and she was dating the star basketball player Cody. And Cody was fine. But Haley still didn't like being knocked off the #1 student spot. How about we make a deal, Edith? You can act a little less smart in class, and I won't tell everyone how we really know each other. I won't be doing that, thanks. I can make your life miserable, you know. You really want to make the wheelchair girl's life miserable? How would it make you look if I started telling people you're bullying me? It'll tank your popularity, and you might even get suspended, or worse. And Haley knew I was right. We just never got along and continued to compete in class. I always got the highest marks in subjects like math and physics, but she beat me in history and literature. She knew she couldn't openly bother me, but she tried in sneakier ways. Like one morning, when I wheeled into literature class, our teacher, Miss Agatha, was looking furious, and everyone was staring at me. And that's when I saw the chalkboard. On the lower half it said, Miss Agatha should change her name because she is not cool like Agatha Christie. In fact, she is dull and ugly and stupid. I think she was a toad in another life. She is... It went on, and the lovely cursive handwriting was unmistakably mine. Okay, I know what this looks like, but I really didn't do this. Detention for a week. This Haley was good. She'd copied my handwriting to perfection. I didn't take her prank sitting down, though. Well, I'm always sitting down, but you know what I mean. I just had a lot of accidents around her. Oops, sorry, lost control. That jacket looks new, huh? Sorry, I just didn't see your toes. You have really tiny feet, Haley. Then one day, our principal came to class to tell us about a statewide competition for which one student would be chosen from the school, and all interested candidates had to sit for a test.
Also, I should add that the winner of the competition will get a full scholarship to any university of their choice.
This was a chance to make all my dreams come true. I spent countless hours studying for the test. I knew Haley was preparing for it too, even though she didn't need a scholarship. It was just an attempt to beat me. The test was tough, but I did my best. And guess what? It was good enough. I managed to come out on top, and I was over the moon. But there was one problem. The competition required a big entry fee, and I had to travel to another town and cover those expenses too. I wanted to ask my parents for help, but that evening, I heard a huge fight between them over money, and I just couldn't. I wasn't giving up though. not after coming this far. So I decided to sell tacos in the school cafeteria because seriously, I make the world's best tacos. I could cover the cost of ingredients and I just needed to sell enough for 2 weeks to collect the amount I needed. I set up a little taco corner in the cafeteria and they were an instant hit. My tacos were selling like hotcakes till the awful lunch ladies in the cafeteria reported me to the principal and I was informed that I couldn't sell food on school premises. So the next day, as soon as school ended, I was ready with my taco stall right outside the school gate. Technically not on school premises, so no one could say anything to me. Even some friends joined me in selling them, and the first few days, things were going great. But suddenly, things started going very wrong. Students started getting sick in school with similar symptoms, and parents poured in with complaints. The principal launched an investigation, and it wasn't long before they discovered the problem: my tacos. I was suspended for 2 weeks, but worse than that, Haley was chosen for the competition instead, and I was devastated. I didn't even tell anyone at home I was suspended. They all thought I had spring break. But 3 days later, the most unlikely thing happened. Cody, Haley's boyfriend, came to visit me at home.
Hello? I'm Cody from school. I came to see if you were doing okay.
Oh, wow, you're welcome. You too. What?
Can I come in, or are you busy?
No, I'm not busy. I mean, yes, I am busy. Actually, there's an avocado that's going bad, and I need to make some guacamole, but it can wait a bit longer. Not too long, though. What was I even saying? And that afternoon, Cody told me that Haley had sabotaged my taco business.
She'd mentioned something about bringing you down, and I thought she was kidding. She got someone to mix something into your food, which made everyone sick. I am so sorry.
I couldn't believe that someone could be so heartless, and there was nothing I could even do about it, and I just started to cry.
There'll be other chances, Edith, and I can't believe you started a business and made that much money. You're really cool and brave.
After that, Cody started visiting regularly during my suspension, and we'd have fun and joke around. He really made me feel seen, and we could talk about anything.
Do you feel people act weird around you sometimes?
Yeah, most people get so awkward when they see a wheelchair. Like, they don't know if they need to express sympathy or if they should just ignore it completely. But really, I'm fine, and I just want people to act normal.
Do you wish you could walk someday?
More than anything in the world, I dream about it all the time. Cody pressed my hand and smiled warmly, and my heart fluttered. And when I went back inside, my stupid sisters were waiting for me with huge grins. You like him. You wanna hug him. You wanna kiss him. You wanna... Shut up, Louisa. He's just a friend. You may be book smart, but you don't know the first thing about boys. He's not coming over every day because he likes you as a friend. And if you're not interested in dating him, I can. I mean, it would be a crime to let this rich, yummy boy go. Shut up, Louisa. He's mine. When my suspension ended, I was back to school, ready to work hard again. Actually, I was looking forward to seeing Cody more than anything. But to my disappointment, I found him right next to Haley. I gave him a small wave, and he just looked away. Well, I guess things were back to normal. Cody had just felt bad for me, and he tried to make me feel better. He was still gonna choose Haley because she was everything a guy could want. Soon enough, the spring dance was on everyone's mind, but I wasn't even thinking about it till one day in the cafeteria. I was reading by myself when Cody sat and joined me.
Edith, I'm sorry I've been avoiding you. Will you go to the spring dance with me?
What? But what about Haley? You stole my boyfriend. You act like this poor little wheelchair girl, but you're so cunning. And I'm done keeping your stupid little secret too. Hey everyone, did Edith ever tell you that her sister's a thief who stole something from my house? Who knows? Maybe dishonesty runs in the family, and Edith's lying and she can't actually walk.
That's enough. I broke up with you because I don't love you, Haley. Please, just back off and stop spreading lies about Edith. No one's buying them, least of all me.
Haley stared at us furiously, then screamed and stormed off.
So, where were we? Oh yeah, the spring dance. Go with me?
Since you're desperate, sure. We had an amazing time dancing away, and then we went out for a breather and shared our first kiss. Well, my first kiss ever, and it was magical. But when I got back home, I found Dad in the lounge in tears. Dad, what's wrong? Are you okay?
I'm more than okay, honey. I just won a huge research grant.
Oh my God, I knew you'd do it. I'm so proud of you. What's your research about?
It's about you. It's all I've been working on for years, and I couldn't give up. You never lost complete sensation in your feet, Edith. and I've been working on developing a machine that can get you walking again. I don't want to raise your hopes too high, but it's a very real possibility, and we have the money to try it out.
Dad, I can't believe you did this for me. Even if it all doesn't go to plan, this means everything. Well, long story short, I was one of Dad's subjects, and within 2 months, he got me to stand on my own 2 feet. A baby couldn't be prouder of his first steps than I was, and all of my mom's and sister's dreams came true too. We moved to a much bigger house with much fancier things, and Mom didn't have to work anymore. I knew I always made the right choice marrying you, Mr. Arnstein.
I'm still wondering why I married you, but let's not argue anymore, dear.